They won.
The NBA trading deadline is come and gone, and in the wake of that, teams begin to adjust.
Now, we've been in this situation for the last 3 games where we've faced a team that has made a trade. Started with Dallas. Okay, they talked about the Jason Kidd trade. All of a sudden, those guys were there in uniform. Okay, we play Sacramento, our first game from the All-Star break. They make a trade. Okay, tonight, this team has made a trade. Each one of those teams have come out fired up. We got to be ready to play. We got to play with a sense of urgency.
A sold-out Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon for Game 2 of our TNT NBA doubleheader. It's brought to you in HD by the United States Marine Corps. Tonight, it's the Seattle Supersonics with the #1 pick. Going to Greg Oden in Portland, the #2 pick was Kevin Durant to Seattle. Oden won't be back till next year. Durant having his effect on the Sonics this season. As we now take a look at our McDonald's starting lineup, and the Sonics led by Durant, the top scorer among rookies in the NBA. They've made some deals. We'll get into that a little bit later on. The Portland Trailblazers have lost 5 consecutive games in 9 of their last 12. They are led by the All-Star Brandon Roy, who comes off a terrific weekend in New Orleans. You see the backcourt combination of Jack and Blake. And Doug, one of the interesting matchups tonight will be Jarrett Jack guarding Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we talked to PJ Carlesimo before the game about the matchup, as well as Nate McMillan. They said they really want Jarrett Jack to be physical with Kevin Durant. Get into him, make him work hard. They think maybe they'll try to take him down in the post to post him up a little bit, but Jarrett Jack very strong. And then they would like to, on the offensive end, get Kevin Durant involved in a lot of screen rolls, make him defend a little differently. Normally,
offensive rebound for the Blazers.
Defensive rebounding key tonight for Seattle. The first game, the Blazers 19 offensive rebounds, 22nd chance points as Aldridge knocks in the jump shot. And Portland is not a good offensive rebounding team, so PJ to get shots early, and Portland cannot shoot quick jump shots. They want to run for layups, get to the free throw line.
Working on Petro. And Aldridge with a good move inside. Earl Watson has had a string of good games. Great rejection by Aldridge and picked up by Stevie Blake. He'll come the other way.
Team, then free up an outside shooter.
Aldridge is double there. They brought Green, the rookie out of Georgetown, to assist. He gets it at the other end. Works on it's inside. Rebound by Jarrett Jack, who was a starter last year, coming off the bench this year, starting tonight. And works on Petro and Wilcox, and a foul is called again on the Seattle Supersonics.
With the starting lineup, to be able to get Webster coming off the bench now with Outlaw in the absence of James Jones and what he brought so far. Well, they're one of the have-nots, what I call young teams. Here is Petro knocks down the jump shot, but they're the teams that can't go anywhere this year and are trying to dump salaries, get draft picks, and build for the future.
Not Jack. Snaps it outside. Aldridge over Durant. Rebound is pulled down for a second time by Petro.
Aldridge has had about 3 shots go in and out on him.
Inside. Why has he been playing well for this Seattle team?
I think
picks him up at the other end. Watson has started 46 of 52 games this season. Great picks inside. Collison works on Prisbilla and Aldridge and finds 2 on the double team.
See, I like Collison and Wilcox together. I think that's their best front line. Now, they do obviously miss the trading of Kurt Thomas, but he's been here in Seattle and the great job he did here.
Over Green, it's Roy. Portland had missed their last 5 consecutive shots until that hit by Brandon Roy. Collison lasers it inside. Petro on Prisbilla.
Nice active play. I mean, they really would like to see what this young guy can do. They're going to see Robert Swift later on in the game, who's really been laboring with a knee injury, trying to get 7 of the first 10 shots for Portland.
A loss by Roy. Watson to Durant over Blake, who picks up the foul. Count the 2. Send Kevin Durant, the odds-on favorite to win the Rookie of the Year, to the free throw line.
This is when Durant's at his best and Seattle's at their best. When he can get in the open court and get the ball against a smaller guard. This time Steve Blake had no chance to stop that play. Very well in that situation, Kevin.
But Doug, when the dust settles and the pieces are laid down and they begin to fit, where's PJ going to put Durant? Watson is on Blake. Jack is left open. Durant didn't get back over there, and that was a wide open 3. Nonetheless, Seattle's on an 11-5 run over the last 2.5 minutes.
Perimeter guy. I think just he's sort of that guy that you can shoot the ball on the perimeter. He can run the floor well. He handles the ball well.
As Doug, the West is loaded. One quick substitution. Petro is out. Swift has come in for Seattle.
Yeah, Portland, they had that one really unrealistic stretch, 13 straight, as we see Durant foul Brandon Roy on this little jump shot, but 17 in one stretch. I mean, that was amazing what they did. This 6 and 12 is a little bit below expectation, so somewhere in between is really who they are.
Collison was blocked, and then he takes it inside once again. Prisbilla was waiting, and Joel picks up a foul.
Take it, absolutely. But when you have that one incredible stretch, all of a sudden people start getting ahead of themselves.
Durant watches Roy. Collison was there to double. Blake is left fire from 3. Collison with the rebound. It's Watson into Blake at the other end.
Earl Watson playing great basketball. Somebody's got to stop.
Roy picks him up. Collison left 3. A late arriving Aldridge, and 2 for Nick Collison out of Kansas.
I've always loved Nick Collison. I think the guy is a winner. I love the way he fits into the team. He
already scored 5. As Collison and Aldridge, Doug just talked about it, there's a little shove inside and a foul.
Rebuild, and at the same time, now P.J. Carlesimo has the task of trying to keep these guys competitive every night.
Watson the other way. Blake is on him. Blake part of that Final Four team at Maryland. As was Wilcox. Durant inside into Fry, who bumped him. So some attacking, driving Seattle offense tonight, Doug.
Well, that
Damian Wilkins has checked in for Seattle, as has Luke Ridnow, joining Swift and Durant and Collison.
One of the things that Durant will get better at, and you can see he's very thin right now, is really not helping his knees, so he's trying to find a weight he can play at.
A 2 by Roy, late arriving Ridnow.
How about Brandon Roy? This young guy, I tell you, in the All-Star game the other day, minutes, did a great job in the sophomore rookie game, and here he is with the steal right on cue.
Working on Wilkins, you're right, it was right on cue, and a push and a ball knocked out of bounds. Foul called on Damian Wilkins, assessed with his first. 1:45 to play here in the first quarter. What did you think about what Cleveland did today and how they, at least on paper, appeared to improve themselves?
Well, I think that LeBron is probably happy that he's got some veteran guys in there now down, and when you play with LeBron, you need shooting, you need some guys inside, and they've added that to their team as Damian Wilkins has come off the bench and knocked down a little jump shot, but they
screen and a switch on defense. Ridnour watches Rodriguez. Outlaw puts in a 3 right over Sene.
Now he's not going to get
Petro defended.
Now Jason Terry and Travis Outlaw is a very good player off the bench, and that's what Durant does. I mean, he shoots that 3 so easily.
Webster over Durant. That's a 3 launch. Collison kept it alive, but Aldridge cleans it up, and Webster inside can't slam it in. Resets the shot clock. Roy for 3. Durant again caught short-handed on defense.
Now remember P.J. Carlesimo.
Sonics at 43%. Blazers at 36% for the quarter. And Petro trying to wheel it in. Shoved on the playoff balance and a foul. He is part of the 21 feet of center this team has drafted.
Was last year, and he looks like he's got some decent moves around the basket.
He was born in Paris, grew up in the Caribbean, played 4 years in the French League. Joan Petro. Just under 6 seconds to play here in the first.
Shots when he can kick out on the break there.
Jello ball is checked in. Roy Wilkins can't get it to go. Roy finishes with 10 points. And our game is a 25-23. Seattle 2-point lead at the end of 1.
Hey, you know what? We can do that halftime show just as good as Charles, Kenny, and Ernie.
Who would you be, Pops?
Charles, of course. We're both good looking and we're well versed in the finer points of basketball.
Hey, well, I'm young and in shape, so I guess that makes me Kenny.
I guess that makes me Ernie. What you laughing at?
Satisfy your basketball Jones with the NBA and keep jonesing for Tyler Perry's House of Pain, Wednesday at 9 on TBS.
Very funny.
Morning. There have been a lot of rumors and speculation about the amazing increase of my productivity. For the record, I'm not using, nor have I ever used, productivity enhancers. I've just been working hard and flying Southwest Airlines a lot, which has helped me to be more productive.
How long?
For the Zybrand presentation?
Yep.
Not the Printatech deal, too.
Thanks, guys. That's it for now.
You're now free to be more productive.
On February 29th,
4 teams will be absorbed into the NBA next year.
Yes! For this team to go pro, they've got to eat right.
There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't play drunk.
Colorado sour all game long.
Sleep tight.
Buddy, wake up. What is it?
Pancake.
And train hard.
We are running this until we puke. I've never puked in my life.
Have you ever been punched in the jejunum?
What's the jejunum?
Semi-Pro, rated R. February 29th, only in theaters.
I got good news. Putting you in my fave 5.
This is real?
Yep. You in, baby.
Call me anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah, I watched the game from last night. Yes, sir.
You got to pass the ball more.
Now I'm really in the middle of something.
I don't want to look too fat in high definition. You ever been to Amsterdam? And that's why I don't eat shrimp. I want to come visit because I am really bored.
What is it, Chuck?
What's up?
Hey, Chuck.
Call me back. We got a lot to talk about.
Who's in your Fave 5? My fave's from T-Mobile. Unlimited calls to your 5 favorite people.
Been doing a little bit more of that this year.
Brizbilla setting a screen for Rodriguez. It's Jared Jack who started back in the game, working on jello ball across the lane. Brizbilla grabs the offensive rebound. The third for the Blazers. Saved by Outlaw.
Well, you heard PJ talking about their big men in the defense, how happy he was. Portland has no points in the paint here in the entire first quarter. 10-0 for Seattle.
Look away pass by Jack. That meant that Webster was free to fire. Blazers talk about the great chemistry, Doug, on this team. A team and an organization with character issues a couple of years ago completely has cleaned the house inside.
And it's reflected in the way they're winning basketball games in the fourth quarter. Coming together, here's Martell Webster shooting the three, and he's going to be fouled by Jellaball.
You see Kevin Pritchard, their GM, and Paul Allen, their owner, on the left-hand side. But, I mean, that's something that is so hard to grab, but when you get it, boy, you just embrace it.
Yeah, it's a
shot clock is down to 6. Jack watches Ridnour for 3.
Luke Ridnour, a local favorite, went to the University of Washington, and because he hasn't been able to be healthy.
Went to Oregon, did Ridnour. He was a terrific high school basketball player in the state. There's Travis Outlaw. You talk about sixth man candidates.
Contest shots. Let's contest shots. Let's go. We gave up an offensive rebound on the first possession. Since then, it's been 1. Contest shots, limit them to 1 shot. All 5 guys board.
Coming into this season, PJ Carlesimo had a training camp that was based solely on defense. They kind of went away from that, but now they're beginning to tighten their defensive screws as the season goes on.
Well, so if Swift can't go, I'm sure you're going to see Elson get some of those minutes.
Here's Ridnour. And that was over Webster. One player in double figures. That's Roy with 10. He is taking a long breather on the bench. Outlaw puts it in over Jellaball. After coming from the Los Angeles Clippers.
It's the guy, too, Wilcox. They got to see what he can bring. Luke now really feeling it. He's at home here with, you said he played at the University of Oregon, so he feels very comfortable in this state. And
have come in this second quarter from Luke Ridnour. Drive by Rodriguez. It'll count. And a foul.
From the 3 is Rodriguez with a little floater. Again, he's sort of that wild card off the bench. He's a dynamic player. He's had some good moments, but this year has really struggled, Kevin. He's shooting his way down through the field. Rodriguez, he's
up his first personal foul. Here is Jellaball working into Webster. Wilcox, it was a beautiful pass inside to Jeff Green. It came from Wilcox. And Roy Brizbilla will set a screen. Outlaw remains. Shot clock down to 5. Outlaw over Jellaball. Rebound by Kevin Durant just off the bench for Seattle.
Plays zone defense to take you out of that offensive play. Maybe the coach put up. Here's Jeff Green on that baseline, and Well, Kevin, I'm really looking forward to watching him play tonight. You know, we saw him early in the year. Interesting to see if he can start stepping out and trusting that jump shot a little bit more. I thought he'd run away from that early in the year when I watched him. Look over, you've got the #1 pick waiting to join your team next year.
Outlaw inside, working on green and jello ball. Longtime player and coach for Seattle.
Well, they say if you stay in this league long enough, you'll coach about 60% of the players. Just
Aldridge, Blake, later Ryan Wilcox. That's a 3 by Steve Blake.
Kevin, how many times have we seen tonight when Portland moves the ball? Young team. I mean, this is Jared Jack going to the basket, and Aldridge is trying to get to the foul line here. That's what they'd like to see him do. But
and Dallas goes to Texas for a couple of years. The Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, 4th overall pick in the draft. The Trailblazers' second-year guard Brandon Roy was a big part of the 2008 All-Star Weekend in New Orleans, participating in the Rookie Challenge for the second consecutive year, scoring 17 points, adding 7 assists in a 136-109 sophomore win. Then on Sunday, he appeared in his first NBA All-Star game with Carmelo and Amari. They all scored 18 points apiece, leading the West. He also recorded 9 rebounds, 5 assists. And it is also bobblehead night. Doug and I have got ours. A lot of the fans have gotten theirs. And that was one of the reasons why he was put on him tonight. Shot clock at 3. Watson, great feet inside and a great find as Jeff Green was coming off that left baseline. Well, Portland's offensive rebounding night has been terrific. Here is Roy working off the screen. Finds himself doubled. Finds the open guy, Blake. That's a 3 by Steve Blake.
Back to you.
EJ, thank you. Portland on a 10-2 run. This shot by Jellaball. And Jack chases the ball out of bounds with 1:43 to play.
Takes care of itself.
Outlaw at the other end had picked up his second personal foul. Durant watching Roy. And picked up another offensive rebound. This time collected by Aldridge, who slams it in.
Well, subtle play that time by Brandon Roy. Quick
good move by Durant into Jack. Great block once again. 2-on-1. Roy, Jack, Roy. Into Petro defensively. Jack. Little floater inside.
Just mismanaging the clock.
Yeah,
I mean, Kevin, there's 3 possessions there where you could have held it out. I mean, how important it is here going in if you're Seattle to not let this team get to 12. Now they don't get a shot off in the play, so PJ's got to be very unhappy with those last 3 possessions.
Blazers are plus 10 in second chance points. And thus you see a lead of 10 here at halftime. It was tied at 37 with 5.5 to play. Blazers close it on a 14-4 run. And for a team that's looking to stop a 5-game losing streak, a first half they can hang their head on.
Well, Brandon, the last couple of teams that you guys have played have made trades, and they've come out pretty fired up. Do you feel that you guys came out to play with better urgency?
Yeah, we came out more of urgency. We weren't too concerned with what moves they were making. We were concerned about what we had to do to win the game. So we did a good job in the second quarter, picking up the pace and starting to play our tempo.
Well, there was some concern on whether or not you were going to play tonight's game because of a viral infection. How'd you feel out there?
I feel good, but once that pace picked up a little bit, I got tired. But we need this game, so I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the win.
All right, thanks for your time, Brandon.
Thank you.
All right, our score here at halftime, Portland 51, Seattle 41. And when we come back after the break, it'll be time for the T-Mobile halftime report with Ernie, Kenny Charles, and David Aldridge.
Nothing like kicking back with a big, fat Louisiana bass.
Nice catch, Willis.
And who wouldn't love camping in the great outdoors of Louisiana?
Toast some marshmallows for me too, Mel, man. I'm busy.
Come on, CP3, lighten up.
You don't have to practice all the time.
Who, me? I got all the Louisiana I need right here.
The NBA invites you to come and discover your Louisiana at louisianatravel.com.
Here's to the light beer that wins award after award, year after year. The original and still the greatest, Miller Lite. Good call.
245 pounds.
Gone.
Jared, for taking it off.
And keeping it off.
10 years.
Great job, Jared.
10 years and 245 pounds later, congrats, Jared. Happy to help with our mouth-watering low-fat subs. Subway. Eat fresh.
You're not bankrupt. That's why we could get away with it.
We're rich.
a princess.
This robbery's now a matter of national security.
You stole from me and from friends of mine. I'm changing the deal. The Big Job. Rated R. March 7th.
Fight together as one!
10,000 BC. Rated PG-13. Starts March 7th.
Unlikely team is digging up the drama on TNT.
Cops get stuck bringing people like you know, squints.
Oh, you mean people with very high IQs and basic reasoning skills?
Yeah. He wants the bad guy.
I'm gonna spread the pain. That's my new motto.
She wants the facts.
What clue are we missing?
But every Tuesday night, they'll both find the truth, no matter what it takes.
What are you trying to do?
Blackmail you.
I don't like it.
I'm fairly certain you're not supposed to.
Bones. Tuesday at 10, only on TNT. We know drama.
And also, too, Kevin, they're going to play each other tomorrow night in Seattle, so this is a back-to-back. So you want to take care of business here tonight. You don't want to give Seattle a chance to win this game. They had a terrific second quarter, 28-16, so Portland took control. They want to come out and do the same thing here in this third period.
Some pretty good three-point shooting by the Blazers.
And when Portland spreads the floor and shoots it, that's when they're a good team. You know, they don't take a lot of threes, but they shoot the three very well. You know, on the season, about 38%. Drive and kick. You see they draw the defense, three guys in the paint, and the important thing here is the extra pass. Martell Webster is the recipient this time, the extra pass. It's Brandon Roy. The drive, the kick, the spot up by Jared Jack. And this is Rodriguez kicking out to Travis Outlaw. You can see just the movement of the basketball here, the drive and kick, the extra pass, getting the ball to the weak side out of the double team this time. It's Brandon Roy finding Steve Blake. So a lot of guys had their hand in the three-point shooting. They were +6 beyond the three-point line.
Taking a look at our Jeep game summary, you see +10 second chance points. Portland on top. They're +6 in terms of three-point shooting. Let's start the second half with Wilcox taking it into the teeth of the defense with a sweet pass on top and an alley-oop throw down by Petro for the Sonics. Watching Aldridge.
And this is where they started the game. They wanted to get Aldridge the ball down in the low post. This time Wilcox had good position. Kevin, I talked about it in the first half a little bit. This is the area that LaMarcus Aldridge has got to get better in. He's taken under 150 free throws on the season, which is about 3 a game.
And Blazers have lost 9 of 12, 5 in a row. Collison right into Prisbilla with the offensive foul.
And that's where Portland's going to get Greg Oden back, and now Aldridge slides over as he makes that little jump shot into a more natural power forward position. But you
guard Blake basically uncovered with the rebound picked up by the Sonics. Here comes Watson inside, slithering to the rack, finds 2 and a foul. Well, they have moved the ball well tonight, haven't they?
Well, that's the key to their team. It creates a lot of open shots. Brendan Roy just plays in such a great tempo for his team.
He's got a nice demeanor about himself on the floor as Watson throws this one over Aldridge.
Well,
Aldridge is doubled, setting a screen for Roy. 2 in a row. Whoa, Brandon Roy.
See, with this group out there, too, he doesn't have to handle the ball as much. He's playing.
Durant, shot clock is down to 6. Going by Jack. Lost it inside. Prisbilla. Jack, 3 on 2. Jared Jack. And the trailing LaMarcus Aldridge.
He got bailed out on that Jared Jack. He got too far underneath the basket. Looked like.
Welcome back to Portland. And before we get into the interview with Greg Oden, and Greg, I have to know, what was the inspiration with the Mohawk? What purpose does it serve? That's an interesting haircut.
I was just trying to lose some weight. I think I lost about 5 pounds today.
Well, there's an additional 2.5 on the sides, but today you said was the first time as far as your workouts that you were able to run up and down the court. How did you feel?
I felt great. It was good that I got to go up and down. I was running with somebody, supposed to be jogging, but I took off kind of fast, and it was just good for me to get out there and run.
All right, make sure you take a little more off the top. Thanks for your time, Greg.
Such an efficient player. He doesn't waste energy. So when you watch him play, you see how easy he gets to the spots, Kevin. It's not like he's running around all out there like expending a lot of energy. Just very, very efficient.
Green into Blake. The foul by Prisbilla counted for 2. Can a player, Doug, find pockets of rest? Jack and Durant. Prisbilla to screen the switch with Collison. And here comes Watson, who wants to run every time he gets that ball in his hands and takes it to the hole for 2. And a timeout taken by the Blazers. That does not impress the coach, Nate McMillan. Still a 10-point lead. Blazers have been up by as many as 14. Watson with 6 in the quarter and 10 for the game. The Sonics, who have won 5 of their last 8 games, down by 10 and halfway through this third quarter on TNT. Defense by Petra. Shot clock is down to 6. Screened by Aldridge. Sneaking around is Roy. Into Prisbilla. Counted for 2 and a foul.
I think he was in the 50s.
He was very low. You're right, Doug. Collison just picked up his 3rd personal foul. He's got it right now. Going up against Prisbilla, who played at the University of Minnesota. Double team. Roy reaching in. Picked it up. Here's a young team, Doug, playing at home.
That they like to play on the road now because they feel like sometimes the concentration and focus is better, that when guys are at home, they're worried about tickets and all these different kind of things. And we talked to 4 or 5 coaches this year, but normally young players will always play better at home. They quiet the road crowd, but the younger players usually thrive at home.
Roy missing there. He just picked up his 2nd personal foul. Webster has come in for Jack. Watson again. Pushing the envelope with another dribble drive the length of the floor.
Well, Nate McMillan cannot be happy with that because that's about the 4th time tonight that Earl Watson has gone coast to coast and it's been only 2 of 9. Let's see if he can get himself heated up here going into the 4th quarter. I mean, Seattle's hanging around here. It looked like that they were going to be out of it, and they've cut this lead to 6.
Act on it.
No question. And here's Seattle once again going to that zone on the sideline out of bounds play.
Green is on Roy. It's a foul. Collison was reaching in and Green was defending.
A deal like that, 3 teams and so many players, you know, guys have to pass physicals. They have to get into the areas before that deal will go through. And so in the 4 position to have a home court in the 1st round.
Here's Durant putting up a 3 and Roy defending on the play as both Wilkins and Wilcox have
16-point 4th quarter.
Nice jam inside by Aldridge. Roy with the assist. Guarded by Blake, finds Wilkins inside, cutting to the rim. Rebound picked up by LaMarcus Aldridge. Outlaw finds Webster and a foul. Webster at the free throw line. One thing about this Portland team, Doug, over the last couple of years, guys like Aldridge and Webster saw a lot of valuable minutes playing for a team that wasn't very good.
On the bench on playing on good teams.
Intercepted by Roy. Retaken by Wilcox, hit by Blake, and a Steve Blake foul.
He won 18 games, but yet he was able to stay there and be the all-star coach. I mean, Doc Rivers, Danny Ainge recognizing the team they had last year he could not win with.
Outlaw, he'll try to throw. And Durant will pick it up. Durant 3 of 10, 4 rebounds, 11 points. Watson for 3, the late arriving Aldridge, and a 3-ball put down by Earl Watson. 15 points in 21 minutes, 7 of 10 from the field.
The stretch of Earl Watson's career.
Outlaw right into Collison. Good defense by Nick. Scooping off, here comes Durant. Into Webster, and the foul. Count it.
Kevin, when Seattle is good, the open court, this is when they get scores. When they get in the half court, they're not a good team. But how often have we seen either Durant out in the open court, we've seen Earl Watson, and this is the style they want to be able to play. They want to be able to push it, get some layups, and then they want to be a very good defensive team. And I think PJ's starting to get the concept.
Oregon ball just checked in. Green was there with the defense, knocked the ball away. Looked like maybe Jellival picked up the foul. He did. Roy with 12 rebounds tonight, tying his career. He only had 11 points of the night, but the game clock and shot clock winding down the 3rd quarter. Wilcox and still into Aldridge.
A few seconds of this quarter, Kevin, on the road this year, going into the 4th quarter when they are behind.
Roy, 2 Outlaw, working on the defense of Wilcox. And 4/10 of a second to play. And Jeff Green will inbound, blocked by Jellival, and that's all he can do. Portland led by 14, 61-47. Seattle closes on a 20-9 run, which has brought our game close, and at the end of 3, it's a 3-point game with the Blazers on top.
Karma.
Karma? Karma this, dummy.
I just won $100,000 and was immediately hit by a car. Karma.
At TBS, get what you deserve. My name is Earl, beginning March 3rd at 10 on TBS. Very funny.
Hi, I'm Jackie Moon. As an expert on sweat and sweating, I may as well be a sweat scientist. As a scientist, there's one thing I know, and that's that perspiration serves no purpose. Much like the appendix, man nipples, or most of the human brain. You don't need it. So in the 24/7 battle against odor and wetness, I use this. Old Spice, Pro Strength Antiperspirant.
Go on, laugh. But it's not easy getting back in shape. That's why we create the 50 Million Pound Challenge. It's a new way to help our community get healthier together. Get started at 50millionpounds.com.
Hey, Janice.
Hey, Phil.
Janice, have you heard about Southwest Airlines' new Business Select? It guarantees that you're one of the first to board, you get extra Rapid Rewards credit, and you get a free drink.
Really?
Yeah, and the ticket is fully refundable.
Cool.
Well, happy birthday, Janice.
Thanks for remembering, Phil.
Business Select, new from Southwest Airlines.
Nice guy.
You're now free to be more productive.
I'm gonna stop this guy. If you want to be the best, I take out the best. Get the gloves.
He's getting up. He's getting up.
With some technique, bro, you can achieve greatness.
Never back down. Come on.
Never back down. Rated PG-13. Friday, March 14th.
Well, Nate, you said it was going to be very important tonight for you guys to finish the quarter strong. What did they do well? What didn't you do well?
Well, I thought we started settling again, for the perimeter jump shot as opposed to attacking the basket. We got those guys in foul trouble. We had 17 free throws in the first half, and we want to do the same thing. Be aggressive. Don't settle for the perimeter game.
You said that you wanted a really solid post-up presence from LaMarcus. Did you like where he got his touches tonight so far?
I think he's working to get in there. He has to make good decisions with the ball, know when to attack. If he's off the block, kick the ball out, reestablish his post position, and mix it up. But, he's doing a good job of getting there. He has to make good reads.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Trailblazers have two guys with double-doubles, 9 assists.
I like this. So Earl Watson now is playing with Ridnour. Ridnour played very well in that second quarter. Let these two guys play together because really when you look at Portland, they have two small point guards on the floor, so you can get away with matching to them.
Defensive three, that's the Sonic 5. And out there for the Blazers, Prisbilla, Webster.
Very, very good benches. Two of the better benches scoring-wise in the NBA. So let's see, even with Zerbiak not here, if Seattle can get some scoring off the bench.
Trying a pick and roll with Green. Guarded by Jack on the defensive switch. Jeff Green's got 11. Blake into Ridnour. 3 seconds. Again.
The back possessions, once for Portland and now once in Seattle.
Outlaw covered by Green. And Green's calling card at Georgetown was defense. Look at Watson press the other way. Wilkins to Green, left open, everybody sagged down low. Tip in, try, won't go for Wilkins.
That's 3.
Jack will try a 3. Defended by Watson, picked up by Green. Here comes Earl. Ahead to Wilkins. Over Blake at the other end. And finds 2.
How about Damian Wilkins? Early in the year had a 40-point game down in Atlanta.
Jack over Green. Watson picks it up. And the drive into Blake. Rebound by Green. Knocked away by Prisbilla, who picks up the Portland foul.
Right there for Odin and I right there.
Well, aerodynamically, it's got some...
I wish my grandkids were up right now this late at night to see their papa right there with the Mohawk.
Something tells me Chris might be DVRing this game and showing what's happened to Grandpa here since the last The do is a don't.
Oh.
Watson did not close out on Jack, who knocked down a three.
Second shots, that's a different right now in this game.
Watson again forcing the issue with Jack in a wild-looking throw. Watson only his fourth turnover tonight with 6 assists.
On his hand from his finger, you saw him doing it. You saw the commissioner with jeans and a sweatshirt on, painting down there and stuff. It was, like you said, it was a great scene.
How about Prisbilla? Pushed by Green, bumped by Collison, and gets it to go. One of the unsung heroes on this Blazer team. Have what was necessary to do it, and right now the numbers are basically the same statistically. Wilkins, an open three. A late arriving Outlaw. A rebound by Collison. Kicks it back to Wilkins. By Roy. The driving Durant, and a foul.
It's one dribble, and he gets all the way from behind the three-point line to the rim and gets the foul. Again, Kevin, this is an area of his game. And then second chance, the Blazers, and that's what PJ had talked about. He said, we've got to make sure we defensive rebound the ball the first game. The Blazers on Christmas night, ninth game.
Outlaw over Green.
And on the season, they got rebounded 2 a game, so they've not been a good rebounding team. But this is a team they can take advantage of. That's Jarrett Jack. That's the guy I remember from Georgia Tech, that tough, aggressive driving guard. The league was such, in the ACC that one year had such great point guards, and here's the whistle.
Switch Jack now on Durant and the drive. Kevin Durant with the move, and tonight Durant 5 of 13, 17 points, a Sonic high. Jack on the fly, count it again. Nope, wipe it away. Prisbilla, a screen, going underneath this Rick Howard. Jack hits it again. Well, Jarrett Jack has found the stroke here lately. 13 points, 8 in the quarter. What a drive inside by Durant, that Prisbilla, who's tough as nails.
You know, a zone or whatever, you see him pointing and nobody gets back and gets matched up, and Prisbilla has to take the foul. So quickly after the score, Seattle advances.
Then Miami at the Los Angeles Lakers. That's next week on TNT NBA Thursday.
How about Kobe Bryant last night? What a show he put on in Phoenix. Boy, the Lakers are playing great basketball right now. They are so confident. They went on.
He was defended by Durant. Rebound by Nick Collison. Collison grabs onto his 10th rebound. He's got a double-double. Ridnour on the drive. And Jack took it like a man and is called for the foul.
This help us get our rhythm back, get some confidence back, get a win. Let's go, man. We're good. Let's get it stopped. I was like, do we see me? I was like, he see me!
Both teams shooting about 40%. LaMarcus Aldridge has a double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds.
Swagger and that confidence on that long road trip, Kevin, when they were gone 12 days, they went 3 and 4, and then right.
Here's Outlaw, and he works on Green. Shot clock at 7. Foul on Green. Outlaw to the line.
They've already gone to the line here. I think this is the 9th attempt here, so they're starting to get back to the line, get to the penalty, get to the free, and that's what they want to do rather than shoot all long outside jump shots.
It's Durant into Aldridge. That's an offensive foul. Shot clock at 6. Collison may have gotten a hand on it. Good defense by Seattle. Look at Durant. Long strides taken to the other end. Sonics, by the way, with their 4th turnover in this 4th quarter. Screen by Collison. Watson. And Durant shook the defense of Roy and floats in for 2, and he's got 20.
Now, beautiful body control. That time he pulled his dribble up, Kevin. We've talked about big picture. They want to be good for 7 or 8 years, not just for 2 or 3.
So you weren't surprised they didn't make a deal?
Absolutely not.
Inside, Wilkins slammed in, coming through, Jeff Green. Flies in out of the rafters. It's a 3-point game with 1.5 minutes left in regulation. Guarded by Durant. 2 to shoot, over Green. Great defense by Seattle. And a timeout taken by the Sonics and 1:14 to play in a 3-point game.
See what's happened. The movement has stopped from Portland. They start playing a lot of one-on-one basketball. Here's a beautiful follow by Jeff Green. And as the ball movement has stopped, the shots have gotten much more contested, more difficult. And Seattle's in a great opportunity here to steal a game on the road.
Collison, Durant. Watson on Blake. Green is open. Thought about three. Brisbilla comes out on Watson. They kick it to Wilkins. This is a three. And picked up by Blake. Outlaw. Great move inside on Collison with the drive. He'll go to the free throw line.
After three, they're 0-19.
Collison picked up his 4th personal foul. Well, the Portland Trailblazers are plus 4 points at the line. Game. Watson works on Blake and takes it to the rack. Collison tips it up and in. He's got the double-double tonight, does Nick Collison, with 13 points and 14 rebounds in a 3-point game, and a timeout taken. Seconds, the difference, game clock and shot clock. Now the defensive switch. Collison, he got caught up, and they go inside. A rejection by Collison, who had a moment of indecision. Should he stay on top and defend, or should he drop down low? And that hesitation caused him the foul, the 5th on Collison, and Aldridge will be at the line.
Well, he was trying to help Jeff Green get back, and you talk a little indecision there, but what a great effort, though, to get back into play. Let's see if Aldridge can push this to a two-possession game.
He is 6 of 7 from the line with 18 points. Picked up by Green. Quick Seattle timeout. 11 seconds to play. 4-point game. Jeff Green to inbound. Defending is Outlaw. Durant got by Roy. Goes inside to Wilkins. Coach called it. 7.7 on the clock in a 2-point game.
So if you can't get the ball in, take the timeout.
Here's Jack. Held by Wilkins, as you call.
And again, Seattle has no timeout, so they're going to have
4 of 5 from the stripe. 14 points, 6 assists for Jared Jack. Here comes Watson. Durant. And the Blazers end their 5-game losing streak. They go to 21-7 at home. They go to 29-25 overall. Sonics drop to 14-39. Our producer tonight, Scott Cockroyd. Our director, Lonnie Dale. Special thanks to Sammy Polis, Pat McGrath. Also special thanks to Jeff Paris. For Cheryl Miller and Doug Collins, Kevin Harlan saying so long from the Pacific Northwest, sending you across the country to Atlanta and EJ in Atlanta.